All right. Welcome to Work in Progress Movie Podcast. This is your host, Isaiah, and tonight we're going to be doing a intermission Christmas special. Now, I have the usual Brian and Gary here, but we do have a special guest that I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
I am joining for Christmas memories, apparently, but my name is Elyse Dehlbom. I was on season 23 of The Bachelor, and like these fine gents, I love all things Hollywood, apparently. Just kidding. I do love all things Christmas, though.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining. Yes, we do have a special guest, everyone. Like she said, you may know her from The Bachelor.
Very awesome to have you.
Yes. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show. So let's get this started. So the first thing I wanted to bring up is just what is that go-to Christmas film? We can do of course name a whole bunch of them, but what's that number one that pops in your head? Anybody could go first.
I'll go.
Go for it.
I don't like this movie, but it's probably the most nostalgic movie for me, which is that awful claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay.
They do the Island of Misfit Toys.
Yes.
Claymation completely creeps me out. But my mom used to make this little cherry dessert, which also wasn't that great, but we never told her. And every Christmas Eve, we sat down and watched it with her. So it's kind of just every year that became a memory and something that we did, even though I had to, grasp my pillows a little tighter because claymation really makes me nervous. It's weird.
Okay, no, I get it. Especially the later films, everything that they've done from there. I think Paranormal, the ones that kind of creeps me out a little bit.
I think the one that didn't creep me out was Chicken Run.
Yeah, that one was good. That one's not so creepy, but that one.
Yeah, I love claymation. I love Chicken Run. I love the Wallace and Gromit movies.
I can't remember the name, but I love.
I think claymation and stop motion is super cool.
I think there's a beautiful art form to it. I just am not one that appreciates that art form.
Yeah, there's some that just a little creepy there. What about you, Brian? What do you got?
I'm probably gonna have to go with.
I think I know this.
Home Alone.
Yep, I knew it.
Oh yeah.
1 and 2. I mean, we have plenty of memories. Me and Isaiah here have watched it as kids plenty of times. We got our butts chewed out plenty of times. Hey, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Y'all are howling, laughing away, go to sleep. But that one's I feel like that's very nostalgic for us and brings me back to those childhood memories.
Yeah, my parents used to get after us a lot. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be near Christmas. It'd probably be September. We'd be watching it already.
Yeah, it's just that's just memories there. Yeah.
Well, and there's just some Christmas movies that are good year round.
Yeah. Good laughs.
It still holds up to this day too. I can't get tired of it. Even part 2. I think part 2 is it's a step up. You forever dying of laughter.
Yes, definitely. What about you, Gary?
I don't know, because the Christmas movie I watch the most is Elf, but it's not my go-to Christmas movie. I think it's just the society has said that this is one of the best Christmas movies, so we'll show it all year round. Mm-hmm. But I think A Christmas Story, even though it's a way older Christmas movie, I think because it's sort of brainwashing where they do 24-hour marathons every single year. If nothing's on, that's always on. So
yeah.
Since I've lived with my dad since childhood, I've watched that consistently every single year. And it still makes me laugh. The scene where they go to the Chinese restaurant, or just other scenes in there, it still makes me laugh and I still really like it. That's probably my go-to Christmas movie.
That was definitely, yeah, that whole where they only play it that specific day, that totally is every year you're just no, I gotta watch it. I gotta at least get one screen.
Yeah, I love the Chinese the Chinese restaurant where they're it's fa la la la, and then rah 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 rah. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I feel almost guilted every year. You have to watch it because it's playing 24/7. That if you don't get at least one, beginning to end, you've done something very wrong in your Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
And usually one of the major networks show it too. TNT shows it every year.
Yep. That's where you'll find it.
I mean, I don't have cable anymore. I'm all streaming at this point. But I'm sure I can find it somewhere on YouTube. I'm sure it's in the Library of Congress. It's forever
You know
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
be playing it on
Yeah.
one of the
Someone
streaming
will play it.
services.
Yeah, someone will
Also,
play it.
It'll find its way in my movie library soon.
Yeah.
That's where everyone just watches the movies from. For me, like Home Alone, yes, that's like a definite one. But another one that I love, and it's only because it's like one of my favorite like comedians of all time, is just How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey.
Oh yes,
It's
I
just-
forgot about that one.
There's so many times where like my humor came from like Jim Carrey, like the way he like just how he like makes his jokes and his facial expressions all the time. It's just like the funniest thing ever. I love him from every film that he's ever done, and this one like is just a perfect holiday movie for me.
His physical comedy, man, it's just so hilarious. I mean, and that goes back all the way from In Living Color, his early days.
Yeah,
Always
Well,
stuck with
you
me.
guys pointed out two movies I don't think if any other actor played them, which is Elf and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, they wouldn't be as loved as they are. Like Will Ferrell and Jim Carrey had to play those roles.
Yeah. Oh, it's like Iron Man. It's like Robert Downey. He's meant to be Iron Man. The Grinch, Jim Carrey, definitely the best.
yeah. So it's just the humor, everything. That story goes from like having the original Grinch Stole Christmas storyline to like expanding it to get to know more about him, his past, and then of course the Who's in Whoville. So it's just one of my favorite movies of all time on that one. All right. So I guess another question I want to ask y'all is, what has Christmas meant to y'all? Like one, is it your favorite holiday? And also like, what are your traditions that you have to do?
I'll go.
Holiday making.
Christmas is not my favorite holiday. Not even by far. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and like everything related to Halloween is my favorite.
Okay.
Christmas is like, it's okay, it's there. Like as a kid, I would put up decorations and we'd like wrap our dog in like Christmas lights and do a bunch of fun stuff at home. But then like once you reach teenager, adulthood, like Christmas kind of goes away. Christmas is like a family thing. If you don't have like your mom, your dad, if you don't have family members at home to celebrate it with, I think it's harder to do Christmas adjacent things. So I don't know. Christmas is cool. Like the movies are okay. I absolutely hate Christmas music, so that's already like a strike against you. Yeah, I don't know. Traditions like
who hurt you?
yeah, no one hurt me. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like you got some coal for presents or something.
Some cool.
Okay, but also I think holidays in general were ruined for me because I worked at Target for so long. So like you start your holidays months ahead every single year, and it's just all full of buying stuff. It's all about buying stuff and gifts. Yeah, the spending time with family, all that stuff is there. But we know it's just about the presents, the money, the music. I don't know. It sort of ruined it for me, I think, working in retail for so long.
Target is who hurt you. We've figured it out now.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him.
I feel kind of bad now because I helped you get that job. So.
I mean, it made money. I made money working there. I mean,
yeah. So yeah, like I could definitely I understand where you're coming from now, because the fact that like I worked at Target for years, so retail ruined it for me during that time. But once I got out of retail, I fell in love with it again. So so that's always been thing. I know I mentioned this before, but like Christmas is not my favorite holiday. It's my second. That's my favorite is Thanksgiving, just because of the food, everything is just awesome. It's all I think about is just that. And so like I do love Christmas though. It's a lot of fun because of family. So I'm sorry, Gary, I do spend a lot of time with family. But yeah, it's just like I get to see my parents, although I see them enough, but I get to see them. I get to spend time with like my aunts and everything. We're all decorating houses and getting presents. Like today, we actually just did our pickings for our Secret Santa, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we had to do it virtual though, so we had to make sure people weren't cheating. So, and so it's just like the music. I'm a musician myself. I was a band. Gary was a band with me. I don't know why he doesn't like the music. So like the music I do love. I love listening to it. It's like even when I go like to a store or something and I hear the sleigh ride.
Sleigh ride.
I was like, I hear it and I'm like, oh god, I remember every single note that we played in school. Especially like the little wood plank at the end. Like you just hear
I
it.
like
You just you know it's coming. So every time you're just like coming.
yeah, I have a really specific list of Christmas songs that I'll allow and that I like. There's like 13 of them. A lot of them are Home Alone. Some other ones there, like Charlie Brown Christmas songs I'll take. It's really specific. Like I'm not listening to Mariah Carey's Christmas album all year long.
I love her, but I've already heard that song on the radio like 150 times. And starting at the end of November.
Yeah. And this year, I feel like because we all needed a little cheer, they started all the songs so much earlier.
They were like, let's get everyone in the mood.
They really did.
I am the opposite. I love Christmas. I 100% do love Halloween because as a makeup artist, I make a lot of money on Halloween and I can be creative. But Christmas to me, even though I don't get to spend it very often with family because they're up in Alaska, I like, even though, as a single woman in my 30s, I can still carry on some of those traditions. And I think for me, it's kind of like Thanksgiving. I love the food and I love the smells of Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, give me like fall scented candles. Yes, I'm that girl, but it smells really, really good. And then also I get to guilt my dad when I'm not there into sending me a box of fresh seafood from Alaska.
Oh, okay.
So I'm carrying on some of those traditions, and it just kind of makes me feel, even if I'm far apart, that I'm still connected in some way if I can repeat some of the traditions from when I was growing up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You have no Christmas decorations behind you.
That's because I'm in my studio where I do makeup, so it's pretty plain in here. But I have a Christmas tree in every room in my apartment.
Okay. I'll take the salt lamp behind you as your Christmas tree.
There you go. We're putting out those good vibes so that you feel a little bit better about Christmas.
I am totally fine where I'm at. I'm cool. I'm all right.
Your audio's off. Your mic is going a little crazy right now.
Sorry. All right, how about now?
Okay, better.
Sounded like you were in a horror film.
Is this where you tell us that your favorite holiday is actually Halloween?
Well, you know that answer it is. I'm with Gary.
Hell yeah.
I very much love Halloween. But Christmas is my second favorite. We have plenty of memories. Isaiah's got a big family, and I've actually shared Christmas with his family quite a few times. Big family, so it's very like Lifetime movie-ish. I love it. There's a love in the air, and everyone's just so cool. I mean, we have like we get in his living room and you have like 30 people, but
not this year.
Lifetime movie, the like Mexican family version.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's very much that.
Yeah,
but I love it though. I love everyone being there. Everyone's so fun, especially his aunts. They're a bunch of fun.
Oh god, those are like my crazy sisters.
They would give you that spiked eggnog, the good stuff.
Even when we weren't old enough to drink.
Yeah, everybody wants you to drink always there.
Can I come?
Yeah, I was like, when after COVID and everything, you're more than welcome to come.
All right, perfect.
It's crazy.
No, yeah, there's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And just so you know, they will call you out. If you don't have a shot in your hand, best believe you're gonna have one.
That's my mom.
Yeah.
But she lets everyone but me drink. That's what's funny. And I'm old enough to drink. But she's like, no, you're driving. It's like, no, you're driving. I was like, well, so is everyone else. So you're still giving them all these drinks. It's funny. Yeah, my mom's pretty crazy. They play bingo, the Mexican bingo. And on some of your cards, they have to put a shot on it. So if you get it, you have to take that shot.
Yeah.
This is how you get people to tell your secrets. There you go. All the Christmas dirt comes out after playing a little bit of bingo with shots.
Yeah, my family's crazy, and what's hilarious is that they're gonna hear this episode and they're gonna laugh about it, and they can't say anything about it. They can't say anything because they know it's very true. So
Yes, nothing but love.
So all right. So pretty much it's gonna be a free for all from here. So anything that y'all wanted to bring up, anything that y'all like to do. Gary, you put lights on your dog?
Yeah.
Poor Domino.
My dog, we used to have a schnauzer named Sebastian or Shmi.
Oh, okay.
And we would, like, he was an old dog. He was very tolerant. So we would like wrap Christmas lights around him just because it was fun. Put like the garland around him.
Oh,
you know, like decorate dog because he's just standing there and he'll take it.
He just
Also, my Christmas tradition I still keep. My mom, myself, and my sister, we make sugar cookies, and we make my aunt's like spiced ginger cookies. They're really good.
Yes.
We'll make cookies every year, pretty much every year. And then me and my sister will draw like obscene things in icing on the cookies and give them to her. So like, you know, like we've done like Nazi symbols or penises or, you know, stuff you put on cookies later on. That's really fun.
I love that.
So you're talking about like the chewy molasses cookies?
Yeah.
Those are I'm not a big sweets person. Those are the only cookie that I am obsessed with. My grandmother always made those and they are so good.
They're really good and they're really easy to make. And my aunt sends us the recipe like every year and we make them. So yeah.
I mean, I've never drawn penises on them, but
you should. It's
2020 is the year.
Draw penises, boobs, whatever you want to draw on them.
See, I can't do that with my family. My glasses popped off. Sorry. No, I have too many little cousins. I can't do that around them. So
I think if I was home, my mom would make me go to church twice that year if I sent her penis cookies.
That would be pretty funny. Hold on, my glasses.
But yeah, that's my main tradition. Like my mom buys us like a Christmas shirt every year that you just hang up in the closet until it's over, and then you give it to Goodwill. Because you're never gonna wear the shirt. It's like a kitschy, like $5 Target shirt.
My mom just sent me one that is a moose wearing plaid.
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah.
I will tell you that I took the ugly Christmas sweater party up a notch this year since I was on the show and made some of the people from the show. I took their worst, memes of them and cut out their face and put Santa hats on them with little phrases to remind them of their low points, just to get them in the holiday spirit.
I like that. It's a good idea.
You got to give each other a little grief about this crazy thing we did. And what better time to do that than Christmas?
Yeah. It's always a fun thing to do. I always do. So there was one time where my family and we did like a crazy ugly Christmas sweater. And my family knows I like to pick on them. So a large amount of them are like Cowboys fans. So for the ugly Christmas sweater, I borrowed my uncle's cowboy sweater and I wore it there. And they're like, "Why are you wearing that sweater?" And I was just like, "Well, it's an ugly Christmas sweater party, isn't it? Like, it's Cowboys. Here we go." So I'm not a huge fan of the Cowboys. I'm a Texans fan, so like it's just.
You probably drove them out the wall with that one, huh?
Yeah, they didn't like it. They told me to change, and I was like, "Nah, it's not happening."
Take it off.
He didn't win.
No.
Going back to movies, I have to ask, since I'm talking to all boys here, is there like a rom-com holiday movie that you like?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because mine would be The Holiday. Because give me Jack Black and whatever that little old guy's name was in it. I loved him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm okay with rom-coms. I just can't think of like a Christmas one.
I like Four Christmases with Reese Witherspoon and was that Vince Vaughn?
Yep.
That one I really do enjoy. Unfortunately because we usually have another girl that's here with us. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it. Normally
rom-com feminine cheer.
Yeah.
I like Just Friends with Ryan Reynolds. That's surrounded around Christmas.
I love
That's like one of my favorite comedy movies ever.
That would
forgot
work.
about it. It's a Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
it is around Christmas.
Yeah, the mom's like making hams in the kitchen, and the brother's like it's like a teenage brother, so it's like masturbation jokes. And like the other brother, Ryan Reynolds, is like, "Are you slapping your ham in there?" And the mom's like, "Who's slapping my ham?" I've seen The Holiday. I mean, at the time, it wasn't for me. Not for me.
I mean, it's as cheesy as every other Christmas love story is. It's just a level up, maybe from.
Although I love though,
Lifetime.
if you watch The Office, they spoof that on an episode. Do you watch The Office?
Yes.
Okay, because there's an episode where Andy basically downloads illegal movies.
I remember
and
this
shows
episode.
Pam and Jim this movie where they take the holiday episode and Jack Black's in it.
That movie is.
Yeah, you have to watch it again. It's hilarious.
I'm going to.
Yeah, I remember that. That's the one where I don't know that lady's name, but
I don't either.
He's like begging to her, and she's like going up the stairs with.
She's going up the stairs in like an electric wheelchair, and he's like, "No."
Like he could chase
so
it.
slow.
Yeah, it's
really funny.
All right, well, I know what I'm doing the rest of the evening.
Yeah, it's funny.
Go ahead and find that episode.
I'm sure you can Google which one it is.
The recent one that I saw was probably the one with Jesus Christ, her name escaped my mind right now, but from Game of Thrones, Last Christmas.
Oh, Emilia Clarke.
There you go.
Is that new?
It came out this year, but maybe it was last year. But
last year, 2019.
Is it still on Netflix?
I think so, but it's with a guy, that one guy from Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, I don't.
I think his name's Brandon something.
Yeah, I cannot remember his name.
Good. I liked it. It's not just Friends, but it's a rom-com for sure.
I feel like Just Friends is kind of the diehard of Christmas movies, but for rom-coms. Like it's not, but we can count it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another one that I really enjoy. It's not really. I mean, Christmas was in it, but it was recent. The Holiday one.
Oh, that was cute.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Holiday. Which one was that one with?
It's with. Ooh, what is her name? Why did I forget this?
The Holiday.
It recently came out, like maybe a month or two ago.
They're basically just friends that instead of having the pressure of going to each holiday with a significant other, they decide to be each other's date for each holiday.
Yeah, it's with Emma Roberts.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, this was on Netflix. This one I just recently watched, and that one was really good. I was like, "There's Christmas in it." I think it even ends on Christmas. Mm-hmm. So
I remember Santa being in it.
Yeah.
So it counts.
Yeah, I think they won like a whole year's worth of holidays. So. What is yours, Elyse?
Well, besides the holiday, this is really going to go back. I love old movies, including like musicals. Like one of my favorite movies is Some Like It Hot. Like I like old movies. But White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Oh, okay.
Man, you went back.
Yeah, it's one that I watch every year. My mom introduced me to musicals when I was really young, and I love old movies. And that one definitely brings back some nostalgia. And plus, as a makeup artist, watching like the costuming and stuff from that time, I very much enjoy.
Yeah.
And actually, you can't. I mean, Bing Christmas. I mean, he's the best.
Yeah, that one's a classic. So that one my uncle has shown me multiple times back in the day. Yeah, like on top of that, like I guess like to add on to like the tradition part, I used to always I would always help my grandmother decorate her tree, and then my uncle had like it was a mixture of it was like the old Christmas movies, from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to Santa's Coming to Town and The Year Without Santa. They had like little figures, and they had like a whole set where you have the Christmas tree, and then you have a whole like island of snow that you just decorate it to where it's like all the characters are interacting with each other.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember it, Brian, but it was like we see it, like we used to do it a lot.
I remember.
Yeah, they're all about this big, but there was like everywhere. Like you had Santa's sleigh, you had Rudolph, you had
it was like the whole display. It was like a little town and everything.
Yeah, that was always a little fun. I think my sister does that now. I'm not too sure actually, but
she took over for you.
Yeah, I was like, she took over for me because I unfortunately cannot do that anymore.
I did like how you point out the music in that, because Isaiah's got a real good ear. He loves music and films. Has a real keen ear for it. So And
He
that
only
movie
loves
sure has
Coldplay and
No.
Imagine Dragons. That's it.
And Nickelback.
And
Actually,
Nickelback. And Nickelback.
yeah, I do like Nickelback. That's what's funny. But
Nickelback
Got
gets so
him.
much
they,
heat. Oh my
they make fun
god.
of me because like when it comes to like bands and stuff like that, those are my favorite. But like from when I was in band, like all I like outside of that, all I listen to is like Hans Zimmer, John Williams, the guy that does the Mandalorian music. He's amazing. And then oh man, there's another one that I've been listening to, but
And
it's just
Bing
like
Crosby.
yeah, I just love instrumental music, orchestra music. Like it's just I've always had an ear like to just be able to catch like different sounds and everything. So usually when we talk about film, they're always asking me like, "Oh, what do you think of the music?" Like that's always one of the things they always ask me. So it's just funny.
Well, that's what makes this season, though, is the music, even though not everyone likes it so much. But I like when we're talking about music.
Makes it something.
Yeah. But when you hear it, you have to admit, you automatically are like, oh, it's Christmas. The minute you hear that Mariah Carey song that we've all heard too much. But it's like time to start decorating and eat food that we will regret later when we have to only wear stretch pants for a month.
Yeah, pretty much. Always sweatpants. It was like everyone in their stretchy pants and everything, get nice and warm, comfy.
I was just talking about that earlier before we got on.
Well, we got my dog a sweater. It's a little reindeer sweater. Narita gave it. My roommate gave it to my parents so she could put it on. And what was really funny, it was normally she hates wearing stuff, but for whatever reason, when we put this one on, she just like laid down and passed out. Like she was so comfy. It's just like a giant reindeer onesie. Little antlers. She has like a little hoodie, so you just put it on her, and then she has the antlers like that now. But she like passed out on the couch. It was hilarious. She would not move.
There's a reason I have long sleeves on, and that's because I tried to get a Christmas funny photo, which I send to my family every year.
Mhm.
And I tried to put my cat in a outfit.
So she called you up.
It did not go well. I look like I've been, not to be insensitive, but I look like I've been very depressed this year.
It's understandable.
So that he will not be in any of the pictures because I'm terrified of him now.
He lost his spot.
Yep.
So,
that means he also lost leftovers, so that's his problem.
Oh no, he's in trouble. He's gonna be begging. He's like, I'm so sorry. Did any of y'all have any questions y'all are interested in asking us to get to either film base or holiday base for us?
I don't know.
What's that?
Oh, I forgot. I was asking Mr. Scrooge over here. Never mind.
I mean, I'm just thinking like, okay, what do I do for Christmas? And
Hang
it's
out.
not really that much. Yeah. Besides going to like your family's party. It's kind of it. I do I
didn't mean to interrupt. But
No,
if you like Halloween, do you like Nightmare Before Christmas? Like good Tim Burton?
Yeah, I like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Counts.
But I haven't seen it in forever.
We need to fix
holds
that.
up.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas just doesn't mean that much to me. Which is why I'm on this episode.
We always need our Simon Cowell of the show here.
Which is why I'm here.
That other point of view.
Exactly. We have to have somebody that loves it, and we have to have someone that hates it.
I think if I lived in a state that actually had snow or like legitimate cold weather, then maybe I'd feel more like in the Christmas spirit every year. But like the coldest it gets here is like 60 degrees. You know, like that is December. That is it.
Where are you at?
Texas.
We're all in San Antonio, Texas. So.
Arizona. I get that part of it. It does not look like Christmas outside.
Yeah.
So random though, because like it's
yesterday was cold. Today was hot.
Yesterday it was like 50 something, and then today I'm over here wearing a regular t-shirt.
I was like sweating today. I was moving. I wore long sleeves. I thought it was gonna be cold, and I was moving all my furniture from this house to the apartment, and I was sweating because I'm still wearing it. It's a long sleeve and it's got a hoodie, and it was the worst thing to wear today.
Texas is weird to where you'd have maybe a week of real Christmas weather, and then January, February, it's like all winter. Like it's so weird. Like you won't really have a winter in December here, but after like Christmas and stuff like that, you're freezing your ass off.
Yeah. I hate it so much.
I mean, being in the desert, it's just nighttime. It's beautiful during the day, and then nighttime feels a little bit more wintry.
Yeah. No, I would not enjoy that so much. Okay, I have a question for y'all. So I know we're talking about like, things that we like to do and everything. What is, I guess, like your favorite holiday memory? Like one specific memory that y'all all had like for Christmas or around Christmas, Gary? I'm sorry.
Okay, let me think of it. Give me 10 minutes.
God. All right. Well, I have one I could share while y'all are thinking.
Okay, go for it.
So back when I was a little kid, we always back in my parents' house during our holiday Christmas party that we keep bringing up, we always had a Santa Claus, like someone dressed up as Santa Claus to come and say hi to the kids and everything. It used to always be like my godfather at the time. But there was one year where it had to be my grandpa, and my grandpa was probably like the skinniest person you've ever met. So to get him to look a little bit like Santa, we put a pillow in his coat, but you could see that pillow like crazy. Like he would wear the belt, and you could just see the shape of the pillow.
We're seeing the corners.
Yeah, you just see everything. it was so bad, but it was so funny that like all of us saw him walk in, and we just could not stop laughing. It was just one of the funniest things ever. And you would try to put like one of the kids on his lap, but the pillow's like pushing him off a little bit. So it was just really funny. And then my little cousins, they're terrified of Santa for whatever reason, so they would put him next to him, even though it's our grandpa. You're terrified of Santa?
As a kid, there's not one picture of me smiling next to Santa Claus, and then they finally gave up. I don't like mascots. I don't like anything dressed up as something it's not, unless it's Halloween.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't
like the mall Santas. No.
Not for me, and God forbid I have kids that want to go. I better have a husband that can take them.
You're like, it's like, I'm not going anywhere near that guy. You can get in the line. I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah, so that was really hilarious. My cousins, I told them like one of these years, like we need to reenact that picture, because there's one photo where it's like three little cousins of mine, and all three of them were just crying and terrified of him, and they're in that photo. So I'm like, I really want to recreate that photo. So it'll be like one of the funniest things.
They don't have them this year, right? They don't have them this year, right? I haven't seen their setup at the mall.
No, I doubt it.
They were doing at the mall here. They were doing a virtual Santa where the kid like sat in front of a computer screen basically, and the boy just goes, "Hi, what do you want for Christmas?" I'm sure it's just a recording that he says over and over again.
Yeah, probably is. It's like, oh, I want a basketball. Oh, okay, we'll get you that baseball bat. It's all good.
Yeah.
Some sad dystopian world.
This year's been interesting.
The virtual, like how you said, the virtual Santa and everything like that.
This is wild times.
For everything like that.
I thought of a memory.
All right, go for it.
What was it?
It was okay. So one year when I was a kid and I was living with my dad and my stepmom at the time and my sister, we recreated the storybook, the story. It was the night before Christmas. We had like a camcorder that we got and made a VHS and we did the entire book like in one night in the house. And everyone dressed up. I have no idea where that recording went, but I remember it and I know it was really fun doing it.
You have to have someone find it and then add that to at the end of this podcast.
That would be cool.
Your love for Christmas.
It's like forever lost at this point, but it was really fun doing it. I remember that. Yeah.
Well, if you ever find it, Gary, let us know so we can post it on the social media for the podcast. We want to share it to everybody.
I'm trying to think of what mine was. We had kind of an odd Christmas because my dad worked for the oil field, so he usually was gone over Christmas, so we did it early. But one year in particular, we did kind of a pseudo Christmas when he was home, and we'd do the big Christmas brunch, and we all lifted up our plates, because my mom, as she always said, I had children so they could clean for me. So we were cleaning off the table, and under all of our placemats was trips, like the good old printed out at the time airplane tickets to Disney World, which for us being in Alaska, we didn't take huge, family vacations very often because it was so expensive. So that really stuck out because then we got to go with all of my East Coast family and cousins that we never got to see, and we all went there for an actual Christmas.
Oh, wow.
I like the reveal
Yeah, we were sitting there just thinking nothing was happening. We were kind of confused because, parents sometimes aren't that great at keeping secrets. So they kept doing that looking at each other thing. And we're like, what is going on? And then as soon as we got done eating, there it was. And we should have caught on because my dad made a very different breakfast than he normally did. He did Mickey Mouse pancakes. And we all thought, wow, it's kind of corny, but okay, cute. And then it all tied together. But we had no idea.
That's pretty cool. I think, man, I think the one for me would have to be the one year that we uh we lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico for a little bit. So we were out there in the desert, kind of like Arizona, but we were maybe about 30 minutes away from like a ski resort. So I think Christmas Day we went out there and my first time ever they got me my first snowboarding lessons. And I went out there. I didn't have all the gear at the time. I had like the jacket and everything, but I didn't have like the legit gloves and the goggles and everything. So I'm going down there and like I literally get frostbite on my hands so bad that I looked like I had arthritis, and I was just like I couldn't, like, I was like, oh my God. And not only that, but I was walking with my board and they told me to stay along the trail, and I wasn't really thinking about it. I was like, my hands, they're about to fall off. And I took a step to the side. I ended up going into snow that went all the way up to right here. So I was like stuck in there. I'm like, help me.
You can't even dig yourself out with your little claws.
They had to like really like pull me up. I was like stuck in. I couldn't like wiggle my feet. Like I was stuck in there. So they had to like rail me out. Like, come on. I never forget that. And like still to this day, I'm like, I feel like I have a little that numbness still in my hand.
I just think about like, well, all you say that the first thing that popped in my head was it's not exactly like that, but I could picture you struggling, just like Ralphie's brother from A Christmas Story, trying to get up after being wrapped up.
I was struggling. I couldn't I couldn't even like, this was the extent. Just my hands, like that's all I could move. Everything else was like stuck. I was like, help me.
Yeah, you're Ralphie's little brother, and you're the guy that licked the pole right there.
Yeah, pretty much. It was this close.
That's pretty funny. I didn't know about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. It was a short stay in New Mexico only because Michael, my stepdad at the time, was moving around with his job. So we ended up going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank God he had family up there. So I had my grandma and a couple uncles up there too. So it was a lot of fun. I liked a lot of they make it real Christmassy over there, and especially I guess because they're so close and they get snow and stuff like that. So you really feel it. Like you get in that atmosphere and the Christmas atmosphere.
Yeah, I haven't had snow, so we had that one year where we had like, what was it, that much snow maybe?
Oh yeah.
At least when I was born.
In Austin at that time. I was still going to school over there. So we, in my apartment complex, you couldn't even see, like, I'm making it a big deal because Texas never gets snow. So like, you know how like in apartment complex you have like the bump for the cars and stuff like that. You couldn't see that. So we were like, oh,
you can see the speed bump.
We were like so happy. We're like so and like you can actually see it falling down. So I think that's what got us more excited, because we never see that. We haven't seen that since the 80s. So like San Antonio hasn't had any snow since then.
You guys all need to come up to Alaska and see what snow really looks like.
Oh, I would love to. That'd be awesome.
That'd be terrifying.
I remember you're talking about not being able to see like a speed bump. There was one year we got so much snow that my dad had a little tool shed out back, and the snow berm was piled up so high that we just made that into our sledding hill. So we were climbing up on top of his tool shed and sliding off of it.
Oh, you were sliding down?
So much snow. My brother would jump off the roof of our house. It was crazy.
So you must have had a big layer of snow, though, to be able to do that.
Well, because, I mean, when you get the big snowstorms that come in every once in a while, and then, they plow, and so you get these huge berms that become every little kid's fantasy sledding hill in your driveway.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's like from the film Snow Day.
Snow Day. That's a great
just us living there constantly.
That was every day, not just a snow day.
But how cool was that snow day? They had that like tree house, if you will, but a snow globe.
Oh, like under it, right? Under the snow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one knew it was there. I love
I'm
that.
All right,
surprised
new
they didn't class.
tradition. We'll all go to Alaska and I'll make you your own snow cave.
There
I
you
would
go.
love a snow cave.
Put like a TV in there like they did to the film.
Yeah, they had like a Nintendo 64 in there.
I can't promise those things. My crafting skills have probably gone from,
Next year's
you know, I can offer some shovels and some mittens so that your arthritic hands will be okay. But that's about it.
recovering.
We'll get your own mechanical arm just for safekeeping there. I'm trying to think. Do you have anything else that you want us to bring up here? Right. At least, did you have any other questions?
I want to know, since I'm not with family this year, how are you guys doing Christmas in 2020?
Very different.
Yeah.
The same.
Oh, you don't do anything. Right? So for you, it's the same. I'm just gonna be spending it with just my parents and my little sister. Normally, yeah, we would have everybody, but I think we were talking about all like having like a little Christmas party at each other's homes and then just zooming it so we could all just chat if we needed to chat and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, really, really small gatherings. With just yeah. You're muted, Brian. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Just let him go.
Just keep let him keep talking.
The arthritis has moved up.
Go ahead.
Well, no, we couldn't hear you because you were like, we saw you were talking, but nothing was coming out.
I think it's the mic. I don't know. But no, we're only having the same too, like 10 people, like to come over. I'm so used to big crowds, especially like when we get together like with you and like the Christmas party. I'm so used to having like a packed house and like 30 people. And I think that's what I loved about it. Is like, we talk about atmosphere about Christmas and stuff like that, having the family and everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's drinking spiked eggnog. And, I love that. So, obviously, this year has been a very tough one, but I'm glad to be done with it. Hopefully, this next one's going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, very soon.
I was hoping.
I just miss everyone. I really do. It's been so lonely. So everyone again, especially like on here, is like the extent so far.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, when we started the podcast, it was literally when COVID started. So like,
yeah,
this has been very helpful for that. So I still get to see everybody weekly in some way. So
yeah.
But
and you, Elyse, what are you doing?
At least this year I don't have to share leftovers with anyone.
the
But
cat?
otherwise, on actual Christmas, I'll be working because of this crazy year. I have gone back to supplement my income with bartending. And because I bartend at a hotel, we are going to be open. So I will be working. But this Thursday, actually, after, like I said, bribing my dad to send some seafood down, I will be making a lot of seafood and revisiting some of these Christmas movies. And, I might just have a shot for you. In a reminder of your party. But I don't think I can play bingo with myself, so I'll just take the shot.
We need to do like a virtual bingo kind of thing.
Virtual bingo.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
Like, we'll
with
just-
shots on the
It was
card.
like at least 4 shots on the bingo card. Let's go. I'm down to do that. That'd be so much fun.
That's fun. I might have to steal that.
Go for it. It's a lot.
It's a good game.
Mm-hmm. It's like everyone gets so excited when they get like a coin or when they get that spot taken care of, but no, you ain't gonna be excited to get that shot in there.
Sounds like you guys are going to be a lot less hungover this year.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, well, it's still my mom that started this, so I don't know. We'll see.
Might break out a couple more bottles after. You never know.
She'll probably have my sister play, but just have it to where we drink her stuff. It's not gonna be fun.
Oh, goodness.
No, but if that's it, we can go ahead and close out the show. I want to thank you, Elyse, for coming. Would you like to shout out your social medias, let everyone know where they can find you?
I'm Elyse Michelle _Mua, MUA, which just stands for makeup artist. And I'm not on there a whole lot, but I'll be better next year.
Well, thank you for joining us for the show. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course, yes. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. we are closing. I think we only have one more episode to the end of the year, and then we're taking a break till next year. That's my dog. She knows it's time to go. That's why she wants to go outside. But no, to all of our listeners, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook. Let us comments, like us, comment. See, I can't talk now. Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. I got it for you.
That's what I was going for. And to everyone, since this was our Christmas episode, I wanted to leave y'all with a nice little shake it up quote. Happy Christmas to all, and to all, y'all have a good night. And stop recording.
Thanks,
That was fun.
guys.
Of course, thank you for coming. That was